Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wish is a blowjob.
Hey, everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail. Necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
And you know what happens with Tokyo drifting? It leads to bickering, which of course leads to karate.
And on the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
Yo ho ho, but we don't say ho, because ho is disrespectful, yo.
And my name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, there could be a limit as to what he can do as a volume of liquid. Welcome to Plotty Time. Okay. I kind of have... We're going to go, and we're not going to do Poppascotch's correction crevice right now. We're going to do Poppascotch's shame crevice.
Oh, hope it's enough.
Did you shit your pants?
No. This is a reference to something we discussed last episode, which was obviously Devil May Cry. We all remember that.
Oh, yeah. It's good. Good
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
So basically, we were talking about Devil May Cry. We were talking about the Sparda people, and I said, hey, wasn't that from 300 and it came out in 2005? It turns out that I was deliberately lying. I knew it came out in 2006, the movie 300, but I didn't want you guys to know that I knew that.
Felt like it. The old switcheroo.
So, yeah, I lied about knowing facts. But the comic did come out in 1998, which we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's all we got for the crevice. No corrections to be made because we're perfect other than me lying.
Awesome.
So let's go into what we play, what we watch, what we do. Dr. Syintist, what'd you do this week?
I started playing a game called Curse of the Dead Gods.
I just saw that when I was looking up Souls-like.
It is kind of a roguelite, Souls-like. It's all right. It's pretty good. If you keep running through dungeons and killing things.
It's just like a dungeon crawler.
Kind of, yeah. You got to pick where you go, increase your stats, get new weapons.
Is it new or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Within the last couple months. And I started playing a game called The Lost Child, which is a SMT-like turn-based RPG.
SMT?
Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. I knew that. You didn't know that?
Yeah, Shimigumi.
Yeah. It's all right. It's like a Pokemon catch-em-all thing.
Oh, that sounds
kills
fun.
the time.
Yeah.
Apparently, like Chump Slap, I've been watching a lot of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Nice. I just
Can't ever go wrong with that. I was just gonna ask which one are you at? Or are you just like randomly picking up?
I just watched the Pussy Hands one.
That's a great one.
so good.
How about Panther? Oh no, Pussy Hands.
Oh, I can't wait to get to the one where they
God,
pretend to kill themselves. That's coming up soon.
Pussy Hands episode makes me want to buy a tracksuit.
See, I've thought about this and I've done some research because I was thinking about being a tracksuit guy.
Yeah.
But the thing they don't tell you is those things are really, really warm.
Yeah, I had a feeling they might be.
Like if you run hot, that's not the outfit for you.
It's more of a winter thing.
Yeah, for sure. Like even the quote unquote summer ones, they're still like they don't breathe. So you're just gonna be like a hot dog cooking in that thing.
Yeah, that's
Sexy.
So if you want in on that,
fair.
let's get ourselves a tracksuit.
Oh, yeah, get yourself a tracksuit. And I watched this movie called The Vanished. It's about
Vanished.
It was a pretty decent movie. It was about this family goes camping and their daughter disappears.
Okay.
And the cops just go searching for her, and the family kind of freaks out and they start accusing everybody of doing it, and it's interesting.
It wasn't aliens, was it?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good. Woo.
Spoiler
Close.
alert. Spoiler alert. It wasn't an alien.
That's pretty great.
That's probably all I did this week.
All right. Sounds
I
like
did start trying to alphabetize my magic cards, and that's a whole different story.
Jeez. That's for another podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have enough time to get into that today.
No.
Good Lord.
What about you, Poppascotch? Would you play, watch, do?
Well, I'm continuing on my The Last of Us 2 collectible run.
Oh, yes.
Man, you still haven't done that?
I'm at about, well, in the cutscene movie, like I said, it's like an hour and 48 minutes or something like that. Not the cutscene movie. What am I talking about? The collectible guide, whatever. I think I'm at like an hour 21 or 23 or something like that.
Man, a younger Poppascotch would have had that done already.
He would have saw there's only 20 minutes left and been like, I'm going for it.
Dude, you have no idea how fucking long. There were nights where I spent 4 or 5 hours playing that game and I got 10 minutes in that goddamn video.
That makes me sad.
Well, at the beginning, I was playing through it, and I had originally started that collectible run back when I had I beat it the first time.
Yeah.
And I got about 20 minutes into the cutscene movie. So I was like, I'm too far. Like, I kind of want to revisit the story. Let's see it. And I'd be watching the cutscenes. And then after like 3 evenings of that taking 3 times as long, I'm like, fuck this. And now I'm fast forwarding through all the cutscenes to just get it over with. It's a great game, though.
Yeah, so I heard.
And played some Dudes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with you. You were there.
Yeah, I know.
We were playing Outbreak mode.
Yeah, getting drunker and drunker.
Dude, I was annihilated by the time we got to... And I don't know if this is just me getting older or if I'm going through something or what, but I don't really get hangovers as much anymore, but I just don't sleep. It sucks.
You just don't sleep?
Yeah, like I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and like my body's like, time to wake up, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
It is a stimulant.
It sucks. Did that ever happen to you guys where you drink and then you just wake up?
I made that up.
No, I get hangovers 10 times worse.
No, it's the only way I can really sleep.
Oh, wow, we're hitting all corners here, huh?
No, I stopped getting hangovers when they banned smoking in bars.
Really?
Yeah, because I guess the smoking just gave me headaches.
He's full of shit. He's an alcoholic. That's what that is.
You could drink so much you just bypass hangovers, and you're just always drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, we played some Dudes. Hey, look out there, you fans. Maybe we'll stream it one day on the Twitches.
Oh, look out. We won't tell anybody, but
yeah.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. You could just find it if you look for it every day, all the time.
Between taking piss breaks and getting new beers. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exciting to watch.
I'm going to mute you and pee for like 10 minutes because I've been drinking heavily. Oh, boy. Well, I think it would have been interesting because we were playing and talking, and it's like, okay, this time it's serious. This time we're doing a serious run. This is going to be, let's try to get as far as we can, and then we die in like the first 15 minutes. I'm like, I thought this was going to be serious. I thought we were going to do serious, right?
It was pretty good.
I wish we would have made more advantage of that the time we both had ray guns, but you know.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little cocky and die instantly.
Oh, did you just start running in places?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were running around with the Call of Duty ray gun, which is like, for those of you that don't know, it's like the OP zombie weapon that doesn't show up that often, and we both got one somehow. So we would pack a punch it and make it extra strong, and then we would just be like 1 or 2 shotting like the mini bosses in the game. We're like, this is fucking easy. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna stop us. And then we got through level 2 pretty easily. Like, let's do it. Let's go for level 3. So we got to level 3, and like,
it was those guys that fucking jump at you, man.
we just got a little zealous, and then all of a sudden one went down, then the other one went.
Was it like all right, let's fuck these guys up. Oh shit, I'm down. Come get me.
Yeah,
like, no,
pretty
I'm
much.
Down.
Yeah, it was pretty much like, holy shit, that guy, I just 2-shotted that fucking big guy. And then 10 minutes later, holy shit, that big guy just jumped across the screen, jumped on me. I'm down. Ugh.
And then before I was like, wait, you're down, I then got down. So then we were fucked. And we didn't have any auto regens or whatever. We should probably be more cognizant of when we have the auto revives or whatever.
Definitely.
But yeah, you can go follow me right now on Twitch at Poppascotch, and then you'll get a nice little email when we do go live. And I'll throw it on Instagram too, and I'll throw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll plan an event when we actually get our shit together. But other than that, I watched a couple movies this week.
Oh, I hope they're scotchy.
Starting with the classic Scotch move, which is watch a movie way after you guys did. I watched Boss Level.
Oh, nice.
And I gotta say, I kind of enjoyed it.
I did too.
Boss
It was
I don't
dumb.
think you've seen it.
Yeah, I didn't see that yet.
Oh, it's dumb action fun with the reliving the same day over and over twist.
Oh yeah.
So it was fun. I liked it. And then I watched 2 horror movies I thought were really great. They're a little slow, but they're really great. I want to know if you guys saw these. Have you seen Relic? Not The Relic, the one with Tom Sizemore from 1998.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Is it a new one?
It's newish. I think it's 2018, 2019 with Emily Mortimer.
Maybe. I've seen it. What happens?
She is a woman who's working hard, and her mom starts kind of like losing her mind, and she disappears one day. So Emily Mortimer and her daughter go to like check on her, and she's gone, and they're at the house, and she just shows up, and she's fine. And they're like, "What's the deal?" And she can't remember, and basically it's ghosts.
Oh,
without spoiling anything.
Yeah, I've seen part of it. I don't think I finished it.
It doesn't sound familiar.
It was a little slow, but I enjoyed it. The other one I saw, which I thought was very good, but also was extremely slow, The Dark and the Wicked.
No, I haven't heard that one either.
Yeah, I didn't hear about any of these until I Googled like best horror movies of 2020, and these 2 came up, and I'm like, I haven't even heard of them. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So The Dark and the Wicked is about kind of the same thing, a little bit. Farmhouse. Farm mom and dad, right? On a goat farm in Texas, the middle of nowhere. Dad gets terminally ill. He doesn't have a lot of time. He's basically unresponsive in the bed, just, waiting. So mom's there left to do it by herself. So the 2 kids, who are like in their 30s now, they're adults, they come back to kind of be there. And it turns out that there's a demonic presence on the farm that is kind of trying to take the father's soul.
I don't think I've seen it, but I've definitely seen like 40 movies exactly the same
It sounds
plot.
familiar.
Yeah, it's actually by the guy who did The Strangers.
Like he sat on his hand and jerked off?
Yes, that's
Yes,
what I was thinking.
exactly. His claim to fame is jack off technology. No, the one with Liv Tyler, the people with the masks, the home invasion.
Yeah, I know what you
Okay,
meant.
yeah.
Same guy, and it was really great. It was really good because this isn't gonna spoil too terribly much, but the demon or whatever it is doesn't just kill people; it kind of tricks them into killing themselves.
Well, that sounds fun.
And it's got some hijinks.
Ooh.
My favorite kind of jinx.
If you like demonic hijinks,
Hell yeah.
go check it out. But yeah, that's all I did. So how about we move over to you there, Sir Chump Slap, playing, watching, doing. What's going on with you?
As you heard earlier, I was playing some Doots.
No shit.
With my bro, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Who?
So, you don't know.
Okay. Probably don't want to.
He's pretty asshole. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to do it.
I was playing some more by myself. Just played zombies all day.
What level are you at now?
What do you mean? Like
Multiplayer level or season level? What is it?
season? I'm at like 94, 95. I got
That it?
10 more days to hit 100.
He'll get that done by Tuesday.
Season personal level, it's like 160 or something. The max is at 200. I'm not going to hit that in 10 days.
That's a coward talk.
Dude, I'm at I think I just hit 33.
Yeah, well, you got to play a lot.
No shit. Is that how you do it? I'm having a lot of fun. Although I will say, I looked into some of the blueprints that you could buy with like those themed packs.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at them like, maybe if it's cheap enough, I'll check this out. So I go and load it up.
Okay.
It's like 20 fucking bucks.
Yeah, everything's $20. It's
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
people buy them.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, it's not even anything it's like
You get one cool gun, and then
one cool gun and some outfits and some fucking stickers that you put on your weapons. It's unbelievable.
yeah, it's genius. But
They're laughing hand over fist.
I know they should really sell.
That's usually not what you do hand over fist, but
Yeah, absolutely.
They should really sell it by the item itself.
Yeah, even that would be fine. Or
Yeah,
but then nobody would get the stickers.
exactly.
well, here's my question that maybe you could answer there, Sir Chump Slap. Is there a way to get those Call of Duty dollars or those CPs, whatever they're called, that currency, other than paying for it?
Yeah, you play through, and as you level up the season, even if you don't pay for the season, there's still a couple that are free every season. So you get like 500-600 a season.
That's still when they cost $2,500 for Christ's sake.
Yeah, Well, you pay for the whole season, and by the end of the season, you have 1,500. But then you buy the next season, you're back down to 5. So about 10 seasons in, I could afford one probably.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's dumb.
We got into the wrong business, guys.
Yeah, you telling me.
Yeah, podcasts suck.
Barely making $20 an episode.
Barely? Within $20 of that.
Anyway, I started watching Workaholics again because
It's a great show.
I forget how good it is all the time. I watched Evolution again because I do that every couple months.
Yeah, so do I. It's such a great movie.
You got to stay up on it.
Yeah, you don't want to forget it.
Don't take his leg. He thinks he's an athlete.
It is a great movie. We're all in agreement. We're not
Yeah, it's so good.
We should just do a whole podcast dedicated to that.
We should. Just talk about Evolution one day.
Evolution and Idiocracy.
That's a double bill.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it
I
is.
love this.
I watched the Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't know if you guys heard about this one.
The new one?
What are your thoughts?
Who's the dom? Who's the sub?
Zilla's the dom. Zilla would kill him. He could have killed him at least twice in the movie. No spoilies.
But his cold reptilian heart felt bad.
Well, Godzilla's there to save humanity. I don't know if you watched the
guess.
first Godzilla.
No, I did not.
I think that's what
With
it
Matthew
is.
Broderick one?
The one with the chick from Stranger Things?
Well, Winona Ryder?
No, like, I think her name's Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
Or whatever her name
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
No, you're the one. Are you thinking about the one with God damn it, WandaVision, Elizabeth Olsen?
The one from 2000.
No, the one that was like 2013.
Oh, I have no idea.
How many different Godzilla movies are there?
There's
Jesus
too
Christ! All
many.
right, there's that one, the 2013 one. Then there's the one that came out in like 2018. With
That's the one before this one.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one before this one. Correct. And now this one. So there's three.
Story-wise. But what about the Matthew Broderick one?
That I don't think that's canon, and you have to stop bringing that up. We're trying to forget that as a civilization, and you keep bringing it up.
I'm not going to let you.
I mean, it was...
I'm going to keep that and Donald Trump in everyone's mind.
Didn't I also reference the Madison Square Garden and how the eggs were in there, and then you just blew me out? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's from the fucking movie you reference.
Oh, I've
All
never
the time.
seen it.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Obviously. But I all in all, I'd say it's a good watch, but
Do I have to watch the first one to get it?
no. Did you see Kong Skull Island?
No.
Yeah, I fell asleep like 6 times in that fucking 4-hour-long movie. Christ.
I only liked it because of John C. Reilly, but
I completely forgot he was in it.
what? He's the best part. But I'd say go watch it. Don't expect anything good story-wise out of it. And the action in the final fight scenes,
Is it better than Pacific Rim?
I don't know. It just looked, for the time, too
You mean
fake.
this year?
Yeah, it looked way too fake. I don't know what it was, but
Okay.
Hopefully it was 2 guys in suits in front of a green screen.
it's kind of gross. They just destroy Hong Kong.
That
Well,
sounds like
they've trashed several cities at this point.
Yeah, but if you're watching, it's like it's just out of the blue. You just imagine all these people dying in all the fucking buildings. It's pretty badass then. But
Did you say badass? It's
Yeah.
pretty badass.
So it was like Cloverfield, but 2 of them.
Mecha Godzilla shows up.
Oh, spoiler.
Spoilers?
alert. Yeah,
It
you
is
got
a
to say
spoiler.
that.
Sorry. Rewind. And
Yeah,
not
edit it.
Wait.
Listen to that part.
Are you going to tell me that the government or somebody, some organization built a Mechagodzilla to fight Godzilla?
Didn't you ever see Pacific Rim?
Yeah, well, that's the different universe.
Well,
That's the extended Pacific Rim universe.
Well, he's like, well, we can't trust Godzilla, so if I build a Godzilla that saves humanity, then I can control it.
Yeah, that's always
and I'm better.
That's always going to work out for the
I'm
scientist who
better
does
than
that.
a large reptilian. And then there's the whole Hollow Earth, where Kong comes from originally.
How did Kong come from there?
Yeah.
They don't go into it, really.
You know what? All right. I'll just watch the goddamn
Yeah,
thing.
he comes from a
Yell at
hollow
the-
earth.
Yeah, you got to watch it, because Hollow Earth is the fucking dumbest thing.
That's where everybody takes the children to bathe in their blood to keep themselves young. And
Yep.
but you get up beneath the pizza shop and get there.
I think I read that in the New Yorker.
It was definitely in there.
It's in the back.
It was an opinion piece.
But anyway, I'd say it's worth your watch, but it's a little over 2 hours, I think.
Ugh.
So it's worth your watch if when you're watching a Godzilla movie, you're in for a Godzilla movie. You know what I mean? Like you've already committed to something.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But
if you're in for that, you're in for this movie. Is what you're saying?
I mean, the fights are fun to watch, but there's not enough of them either. It goes too much into people, and what the fuck? They have nothing to do with any of this. But I don't know, whatever. But let's go right to Slapper of the Week. In the Spider's Web.
Okay.
All right. I got it. It's a serial killer taken over by a demon who lures women in and he keeps them alive to make music for them. Kind of like Along Came a Spider. I guess that's where I got that from.
Is Along Came a Spider the sequel to Kiss the Girls or something?
Yeah, I don't think it's a sequel. It's
But
just
it's like
a
in the same
story that
universe.
follows it. Yeah.
Something like that. I'm gonna guess that it's about the everyday shenanigans of an office building.
Well,
That'd be a good
that's
documentary.
a good guess. It's about these people who go on a trip to the jungle. One of them gets bitten by a spider. They're in the middle of nowhere, so they take them to this village. Turns out the village is full of spider-worshipping weirdos.
Oh man, we never would have gotten
And
that.
there's a temple.
Me neither.
There's a temple just full of spiders there.
So it's like the ruins, but
Okay.
with spiders instead of plants.
Yeah, but he's the guy there's one guy who speaks English who's there, who's been there for years or whatever. And he's like, we have every spider from all over the world. They just happen to be in this temple.
I don't believe that.
That's not how spiders work,
Yeah.
bro. They don't get on planes and travel.
Maybe he brought them all himself.
Maybe that's where they all came from.
So they
spider
worship the
genesis.
spider god.
But it turns out this guy who speaks English is removing venom from spiders to paralyze people, to remove their organs, and sell them on the black market.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have got that.
No. But the best part is, if you watch the movie, just count how many times they use a fake spider on a string in a scene. It's fucking amazing.
Are there also bad CGI spiders?
Yes. And there's some live spiders, but I don't know if it's some limit they had, but there's only ever 2 live ones on the screen at a time.
It's probably all they could afford.
You can tell all the others are just plastic, badly painted spiders. But it's fun.
Sounds awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
And what was the name of that one again?
In the Spider's Web.
Go check out In the Spider's Web as a slapper of the week. So how about we get into some video game news / stuff?
I don't know.
Bleh.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Read all about it.
Okay.
Poppascotch with some video game news.
Extra.
Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about, I was 95% sure this was an April Fool's joke.
Okay.
Turns out it's not. It's a real thing. And I don't know if you guys saw the news. It actually came out a couple weeks ago, but now people are making a stink about it. There is a service that's launching later this year called Bleep.
Okay.
Have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, guys,
Sounds
supposedly
fun.
it does, but it's not. It's made by Intel. Yes, that Intel.
Uh-huh.
And it's supposedly an AI-backed filter that censors speech you don't want to hear in real time based on your preferences.
So if I don't want to hear the word booger, it'll bleep it out.
Not exactly. Think more of sliders. There is a slider that'll go between, none, then up to some, then most all. And let's read you some of the topics of what you're allowed to listen to or, filter out. Some of the sliders include name calling, racism and xenophobia, sexually explicit language, swearing, white nationalism, aggressions, ableism and body shaming, LGBTQ hate, and there is I'm not kidding you, I'm looking at the screenshot right now. There's an on-off slider for something that's just written as N-word.
Wow. So I have a solution for this. Turn off your Call of Duty lobby talk.
Yeah, that'll eliminate all of that.
That is seems like a much cheaper way to fix this, right?
Yeah, right.
I just don't understand who out there is like, you know what? I would love to get more online gaming in, but everyone's too nice. And it's just not online gaming if a 14-year-old isn't calling me the N-word.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's probably aimed at parents to stop their kids.
Does it only do video games?
Yeah, it's for online voice chat, basically.
Okay.
So, but I don't understand, like, who's like, you know what? I want some racism, but not like a lot. Like, I'll take some racism.
Turn the slider down a little bit.
I'm not a monster. Like, that's too much racism because I have it on
some.
Well, no, there's a setting for people who don't think they're racist but are.
That would be great. So is that what this is? Just a service for people who are racist but don't think they are?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I couldn't believe I thought this was a joke. I really did think this was a joke.
Well, I don't know. It makes sense for some people, I guess.
There's a slider for white nationalists talking. Blows my mind.
Yeah, I don't understand how it's like, all right, just filter a little bit of it.
Well, I mean, if you filtered all of it, it would just be quiet.
Yeah. I
That's
guess.
a good point. That's a good point. They didn't want to shut down all voice chat. But yeah, so there's that. The other news that came out, and I thought this was very interesting. I don't think it was huge news. It kind of flew under the radar. But there's a new horror full motion video game coming out that's called Ghosts.
Creative title.
I know, but
It's a sequel to Ghost.
Ooh, Patrick Swayze in this one?
we hope so. It's coming February 22nd, 2022.
2/22/22?
Yes.
Whoa.
It's by a person by the name of Jed Shepard, who was also the guy who made the horror film Host, the one where the online Skype one where they're doing like a
Yeah, that was a good movie.
seance. I liked it. So he's doing this, but the key is the game is described. You play as a TV producer camping out in a broadcast van for a failing cable network, while like people go explore the haunted building, and your job is to kind of monitor it and keep everybody safe inside. But the interesting thing they're talking about is supposedly it plays out in real time, and it starts at 10 p.m. local time. So you can't just, if you try to access the game anytime before that, it'll just have like a test pattern pop up.
That's stupid.
That's kind of silly, but
I don't know how they could make that stick.
is
You
it
know
the
what I
same
mean?
for everyone playing
could,
that day?
you could do it, but it's stupid because if people don't want to stay up, they're not going to play your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe they should do it so like if you start at exactly 10, maybe you get some bonus stuff. Like that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But like we're adults, we got shit to do. You know, if I can only game between 12 p.m. and 1 on my lunch break, then
Yeah, exactly. I'm usually in bed by 10.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
you wake up early. We know it. But I just thought that was it's something I want to keep an eye on because with the full motion video horror games, they don't exist anymore. So maybe this creative guy can come up with something nice.
Well, let's hope so.
I'm not as excited as the Callisto Protocol,
Obviously.
but we got some stuff coming. Other two pieces of news I have are movie news.
Oh.
The Resident Evil movie, which I keep forgetting is existing,
There's like 30 of them.
It's a new
has
one.
been delayed 2 months.
Is it a reboot?
Does it have Mia Jovovich?
That is a great question. Let's go look it up. I should have been more prepared. I didn't expect this many follow-up questions.
You say that every time we ask you questions.
Well, don't ask questions, and this will go so smooth.
Fair.
You'll see Chris and Claire Redfield are in it, Jill Valentine, Leon S. Kennedy,
Those aren't real people.
Yes, they
at
are.
Ada Wong. I don't think it has to be cast, right?
Yeah.
The clunkily titled Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
Sounds
It's
like
done
a
by
reboot.
we talked about this. It's by the guy who did 47 Meters Down, Johannes Roberts. It's got Robbie Arnell, who we all know from Upload, as Chris Redfield.
Oh, yeah.
Maze Runner's Kaya Scodelario
Yep.
as Claire.
That's actually someone I know.
I've heard that name before, yes.
Wasn't she in Skins?
Possibly. And then Hannah John Kamen, who we'll remember as Ghost
Yep.
in Ant-Man and the Wasp, will be Jill Valentine.
She also does a lot of other things.
So it is a reboot.
Yes, they're starting over from the beginning. I don't think it involves Mila Jovovich.
It's good.
But I think she's going to,
Make a cameo.
pop in as a
yeah.
cameo. Like a passing of the torch type thing. But anyway, it got delayed. So
All right.
it's going to be pushed another 2 months from September 3rd to November 24th. So they're going to miss the Halloween season. Bummer.
Whatever.
Other big news in movies, Borderlands, the film, which we all
Agreed,
really
it's
want
awesome.
to be good. we really all want it to be good. But
I don't expect it to be.
No, I want it to be, though. I don't expect it to be either, but I want it to be.
Is it too much to want?
Exactly. Let's have some fucking optimism, for Christ's sake. The cast already includes Cate Blanchett as Lilith, Kevin Hart as Roland, Tannis is Jamie Lee Curtis, Tiny Tina is Ariana Greenblatt, who was in, God damn it, the show everybody loves that neither of us have ever seen.
Shield.
No, I've seen S.H.I.E.L.D. That's a great show.
Lord of the Rings.
No, the other one. Game of Thrones. Jesus
Game of Thrones.
Christ.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh, I'm not even done with the first season yet. How do
Oh, we had to check in with you on that. You said you were going to watch it, so we didn't have to.
That's
I was just going to tell you after every season I watch.
right.
That's fair. Anyway, Jack Black, as we know, is going to be Claptrap. They cast the villain Atlas, who will be played by Edgar Ramirez. His big things I've seen him in, he played Gianni Versace in American Crime Story.
Mm-hmm.
And Bodhi in the Point Break remake.
Ugh.
Glad I didn't watch that.
This movie sounds worse and worse every time.
The only casting I like is Cate Blanchett.
I like Edgar Ramirez, but I don't know. I don't even remember Atlas from the game.
The only bad guy I remember is Steel, the woman who's also a siren.
I don't
That's
remember
right.
Handsome Jack.
That's not even the first Borderlands.
Just saying, it's the only one I remember.
But yeah, so they finally cast their villain. They're still going forward. I guess they're doing it. Eli Roth directing, remember? Don't forget
Oh, that's right. It's
Can't
gonna
even
be
think of a good movie he's
fucking
made.
really good.
It's an interesting choice, but that does it for video game news /stuff.
Not even any wild speculation.
There was
I didn't have anything good
Slow
because everything
week.
was either nothing or news. Oh, Deathloop got pushed.
Saw that.
Yeah, whatever. That happens at every
Yeah,
game.
exactly. That's what I said. I said whatever. I'm not even mention it. That's all we got. Because all the speculation coming out now is about Resident Evil and that fucking tall vampire lady, and I'm like, I'm done reading about this.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna step on some people. Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a fetish for people apparently too.
And that a lot of very vocal people too.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
they're like finally catering to me.
Yeah, I mean, no kink shaming. We don't do that here.
No, obviously.
I'm just fascinated that that's what broke out from all this Resident Evil news.
When are they gonna have an attractive lady antagonist that I like?
Exactly.
I'm sure
What kind
you've
of
seen
lady
it.
antagonist would that be? Do you want to explain a little bit?
Not really.
Okay, fine.
Do we really want to get into that now? I'd rather just talk about this game.
That's for another episode
Yeah.
entirely.
Maybe we'll just do a whole episode of that.
Our own kinks.
When we run out of games to research, we'll do an evolution episode, an idiocracy episode, and then our own kinks episode.
So why don't you tell us about this game we did?
You don't want to? Okay, fine. We'll move on. We'll move
We'll
past
just
it.
go right in there.
Did I miss something?
Just slide on in.
This game, we're actually calling back to our hardcore fans out there. There's so many of them. It's hard to
there
keep
is.
track. But this is a callback to the first ever episode we ever did.
I listened to it. It's pretty hilarious. It's funny because you talk about playing Fallout 76, and Poppascotch says, "Oh yeah, I'll have to get in there and jump in sometime with you."
Oh,
Never happened.
And he still hasn't even opened his game.
did not happen. I still have no. It's still in the shrink wrap. The
Best
big
place
power
for it.
armor helmet's sitting downstairs in the nerdery. So, anyway, this game we're going to talk about, as you probably know because you memorized every single episode we ever did, Dino Crisis 2. Released September 29th, 2000 for the PlayStation, developed by Capcom Production Studio 4.
A year before 9/11.
And published by Capcom. It is an action-adventure survival horror game written by Noboru Sugimura, who you may remember wrote Devil May Cry last week. How about that?
Oh, wow.
For a coincidence. And then also written by Yosuke Hirano and Kishiko Miyagi. So I picked it because I'm awesome.
Debatable.
One of those things isn't true.
I'm 50%. So I really should have researched it, but if you want to, find out what happened in Dino Crisis 1, you can just go back and listen to that first episode where we talk about Fallout 76.
Oh, it slaps.
We were so young then.
It's good stuff, and I don't have a rundown for the previous game.
No, they made Third Energy, and there was a mistake, and it kind of swapped
portal?
places with
It was a time portal.
dinosaurs came in, and
Oh my god, this one has such a twist though.
It sure does. Basically, it is a Resident Evil game, but instead of fighting zombies, you're fighting dinosaurs and velociraptors, which is interesting because this is like 7 years after Jurassic Park. Did they just ride the Jurassic Park wave? Is that what we're looking
Everyone always loves dinosaurs. You can't go wrong.
And murdering them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because in the first episode we talk about white people killing dinosaurs.
Of course we do.
I gotta listen to that one.
Right.
That's pretty great. So, getting into it, the game takes place 1 year after the events of the previous game in the far off distant future of May 10th, 2010.
I could have sworn it said 3 years later, but
3 years, 1 year. What's the difference when there's time distortion and shit?
That's a good point. Time's a flat circle. We all know that.
oh man, how many times did we say that in that too?
Do we really?
Yeah.
We're fucking awesome.
We're so good.
So the U.S. Army and their really cool named Tactical Reconnaissance and Acquisition Team, a.k.a. TRAT, which I hate. Every time I saw it or heard it, I got annoyed.
Yeah.
But it sounds it's the most believable part of the story.
Fair.
It really is. Well, I mean, if we're buying in dinosaurs, why aren't they called TRAT,
Yeah.
Let's just... But the point is, they're on a mission right now. They're going to investigate this entire city called Edward City, which has just straight up disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So the object of the mission here is to travel through the time gate, locate the 1,300 survivors, collect data about the Third Energy Project, and they end up bringing along the only survivor from the first game, Regina, sort of as an advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. They had an accident. It took out the whole town and military base that was there.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. If I had
In
a
like
nickel.
the first 2 minutes of this game, the team arrives. They set up a camp, and this is a pretty decent sized team, right? This is like 100 people, a couple hundred.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
it's pretty many.
probably battalion.
And they're all fucking dead immediately by velociraptors.
I saw this coming a mile away.
I just don't understand what Regina's been there. You know what I mean? Like, she's seen what these things can do. Don't you think they would have asked her, because she's the fucking advisor, like, hey, do you think we should set up camp in the middle of this field with tall grass?
And she said, yeah, because I doubt there's going to be velociraptors again.
Yeah, what are the odds?
Come on.
So, yeah, they didn't put much thought into it. But the T-Rex shows up. The velociraptors just run away because they're scared of a bigger predator, assumingly. Unless, I don't know, back then dinosaurs got along. I don't know how it worked.
I think T-Rexes ate all the velociraptors. That's how they became extinct.
That sounds about right.
Science.
We've got 3 survivors left. We've got Regina, our advisor from the first game. We've got Dylan Morton and a guy who, I don't know, country booty rat gentleman, David?
Yeah.
I don't know what his whole thing is.
His whole thing is wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah, he likes cowboy hats and being a badass.
And a super duper misogynist.
Oh, yeah.
Which we will get to. But basically, the 3 of them left. Dylan shoots the goddamn T-Rex in the face with a rocket launcher, blowing out one of its eyeballs, and this makes it so Regina and Dylan can get away.
I can't believe that a rocket to the face wouldn't have killed the T-Rex.
I know. I mean, they're not fucking immortal monsters. I mean,
if I got hit by a rocket and all I lost was my eye, I think I'd be pretty happy about that.
true. Probably lost his hearing, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And got probably a little concussion on that stupid piece of walnut-sized brain or whatever it is. But did you ever see Mythbusters, the episode where they shot an RPG at a goddamn, trailer?
No.
No.
Oh, go look that up.
I'm gonna have
Because
to know.
the rocket goes out, it expands, the fins, it hits the thing, and there's no more trailer, guys. It's fucking gone. I would think a direct hit into dinosaur would leave it, neck up, just nothing.
That's comical.
Yeah.
I guess they're weaker at rocket launcher technology, I guess, isn't what it is today.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago.
He's probably wearing a flak jacket.
Well, 10 years
Call
ago
of
in the
Duty,
game.
you know.
But
It's a flak jacket. But the T-Rex has ballistic knives, so, That evens up the fight pretty good.
Hell yeah.
So Dylan and Regina keep moving on, and Regina basically says, "Hey, I'm gonna go. You can fuck you. Like I'm just gonna leave you go.
You're dead anyway. I'll go my own way."
I just want to point out Dylan's fucking awesome haircut.
That's a hell of a bowl. That's a high tight bowl cut.
Yeah, it is.
Was that a style? I had to be right in the 90s.
Yeah. Probably when the game was started developing.
This fucking guy. I got a lot of notes on Dylan, but he seems like a himbo a little bit, but he's not very likable at all. Mm-hmm. He's just an asshole because he also gets in some sticky situations and calls for people for help, and they're like, "All right, dude, whatever."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, good took you so." Anyway, we'll get to it. Yeah. So Dylan continues on. You play this game basically as Dylan or Regina, so it goes back and forth.
Okay.
And Dylan is going to the military facility. He's investigating it, checking it out, and he sees a mysterious helmeted figure. I just refer to them as the helmet dudes.
I called them disc chuckers.
I put them Tron guys.
we didn't get any less awesome since that. He sees them. They run away. Nothing happens this time. It
is weird that bullets that they shoot still like go super slow.
Yeah, they're like shooting little. What's the word? Frisbees?
Yeah,
discuses
maybe.
They look like circular saw blades.
Yeah,
but then they explode.
Yeah,
but they travel real slow,
and they don't explode that big.
No,
I don't know. It seems like a bad.
It didn't even like puff up dirt when it hit the ground.
Yeah, seems like a bad weapon, and it's a crossbow or something, right?
Nice, yeah.
It looks like it. Do you remember the Ripper from Dead Space?
Yep.
That was badass.
Yeah.
This definitely wasn't that.
No, this
not
was
at all
dumb.
Inside the military facility, he tries to get this key card. A whole alarm goes off, and he locks his dumb ass in this room.
Yep. What an idiot.
So he calls Regina. He's like, "I'm an idiot." Actually, and then Regina gives him a lot of shit. It's like, "Oh, your machete couldn't save you, you wuss."
Well, that's because right before that, he's like, Regina says that we can't go through that door. It's overgrown and shit. And he's like, "Oh, let's show you how a man does it." Whips out his machete and tries to cut through it.
Nothing happens.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Dylan leaves, slides the key card under the door for Regina to come get it and save him. We move to Regina, who gets confronted by the Cyclops T-Rex, which happens. This is just like the first game where there's constant. I don't want to say exactly boss battles, but there's action sequences with the T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time, you got to run away or solve a puzzle,
yeah, he just keeps coming back.
After that, she gets on her way to the research facility, and now she's shot at by the helmet dudes with the exploding saw blades. And Regina actually captured one of them.
Yes. Interesting.
Because she's tough after surviving the first Dino Crisis.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
This is all old hat. She's not surprised that there's dinosaurs anymore.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? Jurassic the Hunted? Come on.
Oh, snap. Shots fired. And what I just want to say, she has a glow sword. What the hell is that?
It's like a shocking weapon, like a taser almost kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah, it's just silly.
Yeah, it is silly, but
I think
it's set 10 years in the past, so it's believable.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So Regina, she caught this blonde teenage girl who apparently is mute and can't speak. And she goes there, she rescues Dylan. He says, "What took you so long?" So they all head to the ship.
Yep.
So Dylan, Regina, the girl, they're all on the ship, and they find out that the ship has been sabotaged actively. Not by dinosaurs.
And ransacked.
Who did it?
That's funny. You should ask, because we just don't know yet. But what we do know is the blonde girl starts acting like a fucking weirdo when she sees Dylan and is like, "What?"
That's his quote.
That's not that far off.
No.
I wrote in my notes here a love-struck teen, which got gross later.
Yeah, it did. I know if Dylan was thinking it too. Fucking perv.
It's like, yeah, I know I'm super hot. I'm fucking Dylan. What's up? I get this all the time from ladies. So, Dylan gets to the research facility. He runs into those dinosaurs that spit acid at people.
Mm-hmm.
The Dilophosaurus?
Yep.
Oh, can I point out here when Regina's talking about the girl that they have tied up or whatever. Mm-hmm. She's like, "I went through all the survivors and none of them match her description."
Yeah.
I was like 1,300 survivors and there's not a single blonde teen girl in there.
They probably used facial recognition software.
Yeah, I'm so dumb. Thank you.
No, she didn't. She didn't sit there like a police interrogation going through a book.
I'm just saying, it just sounded silly to me. She's like, that doesn't match a single description.
No, I hear you. And when did she do that? When did we see her do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, she just said she.
Well, you were playing Dylan when she did it.
Yeah.
Fucking Dr. Syintist thinking his way out.
I know. Stop fucking standing up for Dino Crisis too.
Well, someone's got to.
Whose side are you on? But this is the sequence after this where a little tiny dinosaur, I believe they're called compies, or that's what they were called in Jurassic Park, steals the card and then runs away like some slapstick asshole.
Yep.
It's funny because I watched a speed run of this, and apparently it's like random where he runs, so it could take like 10 minutes to try and catch him.
Oh, no.
That's cool.
So you eventually get the card back, and then you get a battery for the ship.
Oh, yeah.
So Dylan gets back to the ship. The teenager's gone, and Dylan just assumes, oh, the helmeted assholes must have got her.
Yeah.
And then this is a very interesting piece of dialogue because he just randomly guesses out of nowhere exactly what happens. Because he said, maybe they're from another time.
Oh, yeah.
And, they're just... And Regina's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just
spitballing here.
Yeah, just guessing. And it's the exact plot of what we find out.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid.
Then we have I have turret. Oh, they get in the ship. They get it repaired. They go to head to the third energy facility via the ship. And they get into, I just have written here, a turret water dino fight.
Yes. This is the first of 2 turret modes.
And I was shocked that I didn't have a turret sequence on the bingo board sheet.
Ooh.
That's obviously a bingo board spot, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, an on-rail shooter section.
Fuck yeah, I like it. We almost filled it up now.
Where are we at? Let me bring this. I got text file going of all the bingo board spots. We need 25 to make a full board.
24.
And we're at 16.
There's a free spot in the middle.
Well, free spot's going to be Spider Boss.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you want me to roll it off real quick? We only got...
How many do we have?
We've got, 17 including the free space.
Oh, snap.
Did you add turret sequence? On-rail shooter?
16 including the free space. We've got free space as number 1. We got sack move. Then shut down / overload the reactor. Defend someone hacking the Gibson. Spider Boss. Helicopter crash. Turret section.
Right.
Broken elevator.
Yep.
Mirror fight.
Oh, nice.
In media res.
Of course.
Lost communications with someone. That's very important. The protagonist is immune to whatever disease, whatever that's affecting everyone. Private military contractors. And then I have lose power and need to restart it. But I think that's different than shutting down or overloading the reactor.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's turning it on. One should be turning it on and one should be turning it off.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because you're not always the person that turned it off.
Yeah.
You're just trying to find it.
Right.
And then we've got the silent protagonist.
Nice.
And then the last one so far, building crumbles after final boss.
There's a couple of them in this one.
If any of you out there have any more ideas for bingo board spots, hit us up on Twitter or Instagram at Plotty.
Anyway, back to the game.
Back to the game. Regina decides that I was confused with this perk because I don't know why she did it, but she got into a 1930s diving suit.
Yes.
And then went into the water to check. I just have to check out the underwater reactor.
Part of their mission is to get information from the third energy experiments.
And it's underwater?
I assume so.
Because she is going for information while he's looking for parts, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's why. That's where the energy data was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because she powers up the lab when she's underwater.
But I thought the sequence was pretty neat. The underwater alligator dinosaurs.
It's got to suck to being tank controls to do that, but...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She eventually, gets what she's looking for. She gets to the top side. She meets up with Dylan. They exchange some fucking quips. Some bullshit. Doesn't she say something like, I wouldn't recommend a swim or something like that?
Yeah, something real cocky.
Yeah, but they both, out of nowhere, get a call from David, who's been separated since the initial assault.
Just flying around in his helicopter.
Yeah.
Apparently, he found survivors in Edward City. Oh. So they're like, all right, let's go. Let's go check it out. And they actually end up getting split up. They go through all kinds of caves with lava. I didn't understand how this fit in with anything else.
Yeah. Just another place to fight.
I guess it's the way you get from the research facility to the town.
I thought you used a boat.
Well, maybe it's both. I don't know.
Yeah, all 2 different ways, I guess.
A combination of all this stuff. We were just on the boat, so I guess they tried to mix it
fair.
up, you know? So you get attacked by the baby T-Rexes when you hit the base, which are still pretty goddamn large T-Rexes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go through some crazy co-op section where I don't know how to explain. I guess one person's controlling the mortars. I guess that's the computer. And then you're trying to signal for the mortars to drop in a section, hit the dinosaurs, and then run.
Is this the Triceratops one part?
No, it's a T-Rex, I believe, actually.
Oh, okay.
But you keep doing that until you both get to the end. So basically, you do it once, and then you just have to do it all over again with the other character.
Yeah.
They get into a Jeep to fuck off, and they get into another turret section with a Jeep this time.
Oh, that's
This is
the one.
this is the Triceratops.
Triceratops turret.
Yep, and then they crash the Jeep speeding after the dinosaur's dead. And they could slow down a little and be like, all right, Jesus. And they just fly off the road,
Yeah.
destroying the Jeep.
Smart move.
They land. The fun part here is they land into high grass, and as we all know, that's where the velociraptors get you.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. But what happens?
You know, funny you ask, because David shows up and rockets the fuck out of all those
Oh,
velociraptors,
saved by a helicopter.
which is pretty dope.
Was.
Why didn't we have a sequence where we're on the helicopter shit? Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, helicopter turret.
That would have been awesome.
Yep.
Shooting the dinosaurs, whatever. So David fucks off, and they do meet up in Edward City. Dylan and Regina just basically showed up too late. All the survivors are dead now.
Yeah, they were
What
alive.
the fuck did David do?
They were alive 10 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden everybody's dead.
I think David killed him.
Maybe.
I mean, how'd they survive so long? And then David found them, and then David was gone to get your back, and then all of a sudden they're all dead?
Maybe David brought the dinosaurs. They followed him there.
They outsmarted them.
Mm-hmm. Velociraptors are pretty smart.
This is a small note, but I don't like the fact that there's a Dylan and a David. That's kind of annoying.
Double D's. Mm-hmm.
D squared. So they decide in Edward City to split up and go find the third energy data, since that's basically their only way to get back now is to find that data.
Yeah, there's no survivors left to save, so.
Yeah, so they're like, fuck this. So Dylan fucks with the T-Rex again with a tank this time.
Yeah, and this is in Edward City? How the fuck
I believe so.
T-Rex get there?
Well, it's right next door.
It's pretty far if you looked at the map.
Maybe there could be more than one T-Rex?
That's the one-eyed one.
Oh.
I did notice because I was like, maybe it's different, but
Maybe he took the shortcut when you were driving on the boat.
possibly.
Maybe he has his own boat. We don't know.
It's true.
Maybe he was hanging on the helicopter when David picked him up. And
Maybe he was just like, he had a tow line behind their ship, the boat,
yeah.
Yeah, he's like water skiing. Good call.
with that big-ass tail using it to stabilize. God, that'd be dope.
That would be.
Somebody write that game.
Water skiing T-Rex game. Yeah.
Yeah. So, after you fuck up the T-Rex or get away with in a tank, Dylan gets jumped by another helmet dude.
Yeah.
But the helmet dude's about to kill Dylan. Like, it's lights out.
Sure is.
The blonde girl comes out of nowhere and saves Dylan and then runs away.
Yep.
And then this is probably the best part of the game. She dropped a necklace. Dylan takes a look at it, and it turns out that one that looked very similar used to belong to Dylan's sister.
It's very strange.
It's very Devil May Cry at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is the sequence where Regina shows up and Dylan dumps his purse out about his entire past.
It's like mom and sister were killed by a gang because I was a bad boy.
Yeah, something like that. He's like, I was a street thug. Yeah. Gang.
I honestly tuned out at this because I didn't care about his story.
It was he was a fucking gangster. And a
kinda-
rival gang killed his mom and his sister.
So he joined the Nate army after that?
Yep.
To make up for the past, guys. That's what he said. And Regina this entire time does not give a fuck about this.
She's like, who cares? Look at your haircut.
I love how they brought up the orchestral score to like get that touching moment. It was
I
bad.
hate
It
when
was-
they do that so much.
Yeah, it was not great. So let's move past it. Let's Regina and Dylan, they hop back in the ship and they head to the missile silo in the jungle. I don't think at this point they have the third energy. No, they actually get it next.
No, they have
Because
Inferno.
after the ship ride, Regina heads to the missile silo. The T-Rex shows up again. Big surprise. But here's where we flip the script.
Mm-hmm.
Because a bigger dinosaur kills the T-Rex.
A Gigantosaurus.
Yeah. Which some scientists believe is the same size as a T-Rex, so I don't know.
I don't think the dinosaur science is good in this game, but
I mean, look how far has dinosaur science come in the last 21 years? I mean,
seriously, you're right. We know a lot.
Also,
now.
did you ever hear the story about those two assholes who were out there discovering dinosaurs in like
They're all fake.
the beginning of the 20th century? They were just making shit up, like putting heads on other shit.
Yeah, I did see that. Like the Brontosaurus head wasn't real when they first.
Yeah,
found
like
it.
they just like took the head off that and put it on somewhere. Like,
yeah,
it's a wild story. I'll look it up for the correction crevice because you got to look up. I think they did a drunk history about it, which is where you should get all your history.
yes.
Any hoodles. The big Gigantosaurus goes after Regina after getting bloodlust from killing another T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
And she runs, and it turns out Dylan wasn't that far behind.
No.
And somewhere in here, through my notes, Regina found the third energy data.
Oh, snap. I have written here, the dinosaur tries to launch the missile? Question mark.
Yes, apparently. I think this... No, that was the self-destruct back. I don't know how the missile started.
yeah, it was just
It was the dinosaur accidentally hit it, is what it said in the
like
wiki.
fucked it up and then tried to start a countdown to a missile launch. But if they're through the time gate, wouldn't the missile wouldn't go back through the time gate and hit our dimension?
No, shouldn't.
But I guess it could blow up in the silo and kill all of them.
Yeah. Which might happen.
Fair enough. You shouldn't be blowing off random missiles anyway.
No. Especially if
So-
you're a dinosaur. You don't know what you're doing.
The countdown starts for the missile launch, and you're inside this circular thing, and it's kind of like a boss fight where you run to platforms and you hit like fire to knock out the Gigantosaurus. It's like a circular platform, whatever. So eventually Regina fucks him up. You put him in a coma, or you knock him out temporarily, and Regina stops the timer.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, the beast, they call it, the Gigantosaur, wakes up and decides that anger and smashing is the best idea, so it smashes the whole place, causing the missile itself to just get destroyed.
yeah, they wake up and choose violence.
But not the warhead itself.
And then they all, Dylan, David, Regina, head down the river to try and escape. Now, if they got the data, they can fuck off.
Yep.
Yep, they can try and go home.
So they run into what they described as a water gate.
Mm-hmm.
A gate that's over water that makes it so boats can't pass through, I guess.
Is it like a lock?
Sort of,
Yes.
like a drawbridge-ish type situation. I don't know. But David says, let the men handle this. Let's go, bro.
We got this. We're good. We're mad. You did your underwater thing. It's our turn.
And Regina's like, whatever, dude. Regina's over this.
She really did say just like, whatever, dude, just go.
And then you have another turret section where you have to cover them as they're trying to open the gate manually.
Mm-hmm.
They get attacked by an Allosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
David hits it with a rocket launcher as it's fucking ragdolling Dylan everywhere. But I guess that wasn't enough to injure Dylan, so he just kind of gets back up after the Allosaurus drops him. Then, in order to save Dylan, David sack moves,
Sack move.
throws Dylan into the river so he can escape, and then he gets eaten real good by the dinosaur.
Real fast, too. Like, it
Yeah.
could have eaten Dylan that fast if it wanted to.
It could have like thrown Dylan up in the air, ate him, then moved on very quickly. Like almost immediately. So we move on from here. Dylan gets to another facility and runs into the blonde girl again. And this is, you guys know how I feel about these sections, where it's just an exposition dump.
Oh, my God. But it's such a good story in this one.
Tell
I'm
us.
I'm just going to get through this bullshit as fast as I
Yeah.
can.
Tell us about how it's actually the future.
So apparently in 2009, an overload caused time alterations to the Cretaceous era, which affected the Earth's history.
Ooh.
Created an alternate timeline where humanity just isn't a thing. So in order to fix this, an international organization known as the Noah's Ark created the Noah's Ark Plan. The idea was to use the time gate tech to transport living organisms in the Cretaceous period and fast forward them 3 million years where they could thrive just unaffected.
So they know about an alternate timeline without humans, what the fuck do they care?
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it
Question, I should
affected them.
Yeah, it's not, oh my God, there's another timeline without us. Let's go make us.
That's
Fucking
That's a great point. Let's go make us there. That's what we need to do.
That's what God would have done.
Oh, boy. So instead of just living our lives and going on with our normal Earth, let's fuck with another one.
Yeah, so dumb.
Now, here's the surprise. It doesn't work out so great.
No.
They believed that if the distortions were prevented, the dinos could return to their time. But when the Noah's Ark team tried to return, the gate got overloaded and destroyed, which stranded both the humans and dinosaurs way the fuck into the future. So right now, we are technically 3 million years into the future?
Yes.
No, 3 million for the Cretaceous era. We're just in the future.
I think it's
random.
3 million from 2009.
Yeah, that's what I assumed it was. Because they were trying to find a similar environment to what the Cretaceous was.
Yeah, why didn't they do something about 3 million years in the future when there's no humans and it's habitable?
That's also another great question. I'm not done, by the way, of exposition.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
It turns out that these helmet dudes, disc chuckers, a.k.a., what'd you call them, Dr. Scientist?
Tron people.
Tron people were actually the children of the survivors.
Oh.
Yeah, they were actually placed in life support containment to grow and learn, but a side effect of this is that they can't talk.
Oh, I thought he said the blonde had a head injury. I swear I heard him say that.
No.
I don't know, because she eventually, ends up talking
Yeah.
in this game? Who knows?
I
So...
don't know.
We also find out that the blonde girl is Paula, who is Dylan's daughter, because the person talking to us in the hologram is Dylan from the year 2055.
I can't believe he didn't teach his daughter how to talk.
Seriously.
Dick, right? She can work the goddamn hologram keypad and figure all this out.
Yeah, why not figure out, at least mimic what he's saying as the hologram?
But goddamn it. So the hologram says there's a gate they can use to get home, and it's only going to work once. And the hologram asks past Dylan to take Paula with him.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't quite understand why there's future Dylan here.
It's an alternate timeline.
Fine. We're done. Good. Moving on.
Yeah.
So, the last surviving helmet. We're almost done, guys. We're all hang out with us a couple more minutes. The facility's self-destruct gets activated by one of the last surviving helmet assholes. That isn't Paula. Then the Giganosaurus appears, murders the helmet dude real fast.
Yeah, he does.
And then this is when we get what is actually one of my personal fantasies. Dylan destroys the dinosaur with an orbital laser, baby.
I always wanted to shoot a space laser at a dinosaur.
Yeah.
myself.
How did the space laser get up there?
Especially if this
Alternate
is
timeline,
back
bro.
in the past.
Well, this is
Oh, it's in the
3
future.
million years in the future, but it doesn't mean it's going to be up there the whole time.
Hey, man.
Alternate timeline.
Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. That's the answer to everything.
Magic.
Any plot hole is
Yep.
alternate timeline. So it's time to fuck off. Regina, Dylan, and Paula go to escape. Earthquake, end of world type situations happening, and it turns out Paula gets trapped.
Oh, like under a bookshelf.
Dylan goes to help her. Regina's like, guys, we need to get out of here. Dylan says, go. Just go. I will stay. Take the third energy data, and then go back to an earlier time period where you can save us. And Regina's like, I don't know that math, but sure. So
Yeah.
the place collapses, definitely killing Dylan and Paula.
Oh, yeah, it
Sure.
explodes because it self-destructs here.
They get murdered good, and then the credits roll.
Yeah. It was satisfying ending. I'll give it that.
So we're going to have to wait, I guess, till Dino Crisis 3 to figure out what the fuck happened to Dylan
Oh,
and Paula.
well,
if
Gina's
anything.
the only one that survived again.
Which, that's got to start looking suspicious, right?
Yeah. It's like really 1,300 people and a group of 100 army men with you, and you're the only survivor.
Right. I could see where they'd be like, oh, well, the 1,300 survivors, they were all dead, and they've been dead for thousands of years because alternate dimension. Then the army's like, okay, yeah, I guess that checks out. Oh, but out of those several hundred people you sent, it's just me again. Yeah. Like, excuse me? It's like, oh, but Dylan met his future self via hologram and his future daughter.
Oh, makes sense.
They're like,
okay.
did you get it? You killed everyone, right? You're making this all up. What a fucking game.
It was.
And I definitely remember playing this, but I was really into Dino Crisis 1, and I'm pretty sure I 100%ed all of that game. But this game, I think I played through once and was done with this series because I don't remember the third one.
You saw this ending, you're like, all right, I give up.
Like, yeah,
The ending was the best part.
I know.
That's it.
That's it. Fucking A.
That's the game. We did it. We made it through. We're better people, I think.
Oh, obviously.
So let's go ahead and move into our final thoughts.
All right.
We're going to start with you, Dr. Scientist. It's your day. Because you're the science man. This is a sciencey game.
It's very sciencey.
So, do you want to play it now?
Oh my god.
Did the story work for you? What score you give it, you reckon?
I like that one.
I just want to slap him. Would I play? Well, probably not.
Would you play a remake?
No.
You're not into shooters.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Not an action-y type of guy. It's just, yeah. Did the story work for me? I liked it. It kind of made sense until the part where they ran into their future selves. I don't really know where that came from.
Yeah, why'd they have to even?
I don't understand what their plan was. Why would they take the dinosaurs from the future to the future to try and put them back in the past to save things? It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I felt like I missed a section of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I watched it like 3 times, and I'm like, wait, what?
It-
And then I read the wiki, and that didn't clear it up.
No. It made me realize that what I heard was actually what they said, and it still didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Up until then, it was okay. I didn't mind it. I mean, it was kind of just a boring story of time travel to dinosaurs. Way to get dinosaurs there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I gave it 6 stars. It would have had more if this ending would have made any bit of sense.
You gave it a 6?
I was waffling between 4, 5, and 6, but it has dinosaurs and time travel and scientists, so I gave it a bump up.
That's fair.
The scientists didn't do great in this game, though.
No. I'm still trying to figure out what their plan was.
They figured out how to open the gate one time.
In the first one, wasn't it that the gate was opened by accident?
Yeah. This one was opened by accident, too. Originally, how they got there, because it was an accident at the place.
Is this the same gate from the first game?
No.
There's 2 gates. All right.
Yeah, it's the third energy shit that's causing these gates.
Yeah. If you would have listened to our other
That part made
podcast,
sense.
I did not.
it switches parts from the past with the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this brought a future part to swapped it with the city and the thing, and that's where dinosaurs came in, and somehow they were mixed up in between each other. I don't know.
Whatever. So there was a jungle in the future or the present.
Or the past, whatever one it is.
Or the future past.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, you're talking it down to 5 stars now.
Exactly.
Too late. No, we're moving on.
Okay.
Then we'll go to you, Sir Chump Slap. Your turn.
Okay.
Do you want to play it now? Did the story work for you? And what score would you like to give this game?
Do I want to play it now? No. Would I play a remake of Dino Crisis? Shit, yeah, man. Get on that. PS5 graphics could be pretty good.
Yeah, bro.
But let's talk about this story. Okay, you fucked up. You caused a ripple in time or whatever. Or time swap, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah.
How did they get there the first time? Because the gate was still open on the present day side?
Yeah.
So they just walked in.
Yeah. Didn't they drive boats in
I don't
in
remember.
the beginning?
Yeah, no, they definitely drove boats in.
Like through the gate?
Yeah, because they were on like a hover boat. That was their ship.
Yeah.
So this gate was a one-way ticket.
Well, I think they had something on the boat, and then it was destroyed by the people who attacked the boat later.
That's
That's right. They did.
They
say
generated
they
the gate from the boat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense as they're going to save a bunch of civilians, yada yada. The city was gone.
Oh, okay. It's coming together. So Edward City disappeared, so they went to the gate to find out where the fuck it went.
Yes.
Okay, that was the point of this.
Yeah. So they had every intention of just picking these people up and driving back.
Yeah.
And then shit went awry.
Shit goes awry.
So that makes a lot more sense. Okay, we got that out of the way. But this whole fucking bring dinosaurs 3 million years in the future thing.
You can't say that one.
And it was so obvious that was him when he was talking with his back to you the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Look at the stupid haircut.
Yeah. And I swear he said his daughter had a head injury. But that's how I understood that she was talking funny and stuff. But the whole idea of Dylan staying there with his daughter to die instead of going back and saving himself. Because now...
Well, they sent Regina back and like, find a way to save us.
That doesn't make sense because it's just going to cause another alternate reality.
The whole last 10 minutes were kind of hard.
Okay, I think I'm zeroing in here. So what I'm reading is the overload in 2009 from the first game caused the alterations in the Cretaceous area, which created an alternate timeline where humans didn't exist.
Yes.
So the point of this game, other than to rescue the survivors, or I guess the point of this game becomes, because you hear it from future Dylan, that they wanted to move the Cretaceous period into the future so they could just live out their life and be extinct eventually, and then the humans can go back to the original Cretaceous period and survive?
Yeah, I give it a 4.
I don't think you're getting the whole story, Poppascotch. I think it just doesn't sound right.
I know something's not right. I think something's missing, but I mean that's all.
The original time gate affected the Earth's history.
Well, we got that part.
But I see what you're saying. Like, if it created another timeline where humanity didn't exist, how about you just don't go to that timeline?
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you exist to know that they don't exist, so why?
You exist to make all this fucking convoluted shit to move dinosaurs 3 million years in the future. So
they're trying to fix the mistake they created when in reality the mistake didn't matter that much.
They're just making a third different timeline now.
So they're stealing the dinosaurs from the first game, putting them to the future so they can put them back in the past later so they don't get killed by you in the past. Whatever.
I thought they just put them in whatever. I think dinosaurs overtook the world and killed humans. So they moved them into the future when all humans are already dead. Whatever. It's a 4. Let's go to Scotchy here.
Whatever. It's a 4.
Scotchy, did this make you want to play it? Did this make any sense? What kind of score you got for this?
I gotta say my score varied several times over the last week of researching.
Yeah.
Because originally my score was high. I was originally like at a 17 because dude, it was the nostalgia. You know what I mean? It was
I gotcha.
I vividly remember coming home from school and sitting down playing Dino Crisis 1. So I had a little bit of that going to start, but that was all eroded very quickly when we started getting into the story. There are aspects of the story I liked. I liked how the banter, like it wasn't overly serious when it easily could have been too serious and not fun. It's like, hey, we're killing T-Rexes with orbital lasers. Let's have some fucking fun with this. Let's try to add some character to these people. I think it failed and came off a little silly, but hey, they tried that. The story, yeah, we're sitting here reading the Wikipedia trying to figure it out, and we're having a hard time. So I can't. The story failed. Like I don't know what to say about that. If they made a remake, I would love to play it in like the Resident Evil 4 engine. There's a mod going around where they're trying to do that, bring Dino Crisis 1 into the Resident Evil 4s.
Nice.
But I'm not about to go back and play tank controls again. I just can't. I can't do it anymore.
That's fair.
So, score, I went back and forth. I went high, I went low, and I ended up with an 8.
Okay.
And I still think that's mostly nostalgia. But,
18.
I mean...
Dude, mine was a 2 until fucking Dylan died at the end.
Just something about a video game where velociraptors get murdered by Hellfire on Apache helicopters. There's an orbital laser taking down a T-Rex or a Gigantosaur. There's a T-Rex that gets its eye goddamn blown off by a rocket launcher. I'm like, you know what? You're getting some points.
Yeah.
You're getting some points for creativity.
Okay.
So 18 it gets.
That's it. 18. Which, you know, picking this game, I thought it'd be way higher. And I would love to tell you what we gave the original one, but we didn't keep score back then.
No.
But 18 puts it 2 above Saints Row, which we gave a 16 back on March 25th. We also gave a 16 to Grand Theft Auto 3, which we did back on March 4th. And we gave Haunting Ground a 19 back on February 11th.
Mm-hmm. All right. You'd swear it was only out of like 30.
Yes, for those of you that are new, 67 stars is the max we can ever give it.
No, 81, dude.
81? Oh, that's right, 27 times 3. Wow, I'm awesome. 81 is the total score. I don't think we've ever had anything get close to that.
I think 60-something was our highest. It might have been Bioshock.
Borderlands 2, I think.
Maybe.
Was pretty fucking high.
Borderlands 2 got a 67.
Yeah.
And then Bioshock got a 66.
Usually anything above like a 24 is a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's go with that, yeah.
If your single digits are like under 15, it's not worth anybody's time.
True that.
All right, well then with that, let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic Wrestling Finisher Lock of the Week.
Ding, 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 ding. Hell in a Cell.
Let's get it on. Every week, we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed wrestling finishing move that you could use probably in a street fight, but, don't, because you'll kill somebody. Mm-hmm. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
We got the classic submission hold of Chris Jericho called the Walls of Jericho.
Walls of Jericho.
Walls of Jericho! And what exactly does this move entail for those idiot viewers out there?
It's an elevated Boston Crab, if you know what a Boston Crab is.
Of course I do.
Wait, am I fucking new?
According to the Pro Wrestling Wiki, it is a wrestling hold that starts with the opponent laying supine on the mat. Supine means on your back for people who don't know.
I knew that.
Yeah.
which is what you were implying I didn't know, but I totally did.
I know it from Psych.
It's the opposite of Alpine.
Hey.
Yeah, that's it. That's something.
I think scientists just quit the podcast. Again.
But anyway, the wrestler hooks each of the opponent's legs under one of his arms, one under each arm, is a better way to say it, and then turns the opponent face down, stepping over him. And he basically sits on his back while he wrenches his legs back towards his head.
Yep.
But for a Walls of Jericho, he kind of lifts them higher so there's just their shoulder and their face on the ground and not their stomach. And he puts a knee in their back.
Oh, I was going to say, it seems like it would hurt less, but then the knee in the back.
Well, you're kind of on your face and neck instead of
that
on
would
your
hurt
stomach.
it by itself.
Yeah.
Ugh. My God, it's making my legs cramp up now.
I mean, you could use this one would probably be the safest one to use in a street fight because you're just going to get him road rash on his face if you do it, kind of.
Can you imagine? You just walk down the street, see a guy in a fucking Walls of Jericho.
What's going on here? He hit on my girl.
I'll just be like, you know what? I'm staying out of this one. I'm not even going to get on my phone and take video of this.
That's a sweet move,
That'd
dude.
be a great video. Look, he makes him submit with the Walls of Jericho in a street fight.
It's fine, fuck my wife. I don't care.
Oh, that'd be great. Imagine walking down the street and seeing just wrestling moves. You go past this, you see a dude come off a fire hydrant with people's elbow.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be awesome. But that's it. The Walls of Jericho.
All right.
Let's move for today. So we'll head over to our favorite segment of every week, which is Sir Chump Slap's Would You Rather? Jeez.
That should be cut.
Can't cut around that one. Great for that podcast. So, Chump Slap, I got a real noodle rubber for you. Would you rather have your name tattooed on your forehead or have no front teeth?
What? Your own name tattooed?
Could it be Chump Slap
Yes.
or my legal given name?
Which is Chump Slap, right? You got that changed.
Chump M Slap.
Chump M.
The M's for motherfucker.
Tattoo, and it has to be visible. We're not talking a minuscule tattoo. It's your entire forehead.
Talking really big. Or miss all my front teeth. How many?
I'm going to go...
Front four and top and
yeah,
bottom?
we'll go front four. Front four, top and bottom. 4 on both the top and the bottom.
Ugh.
8 total
I
teeth
can't
on.
get fake teeth?
In this made-up scenario, no.
Fuck that then. I'll have to get the tattoo.
That says Chump on your forehead?
Yeah.
I just thought of that. He's walking down the street with a huge tattoo on his forehead that says Chump.
It's a slap on the back of my head.
Well, how are you going to put that on the back of your head with that zipper tattoo you already have?
Oh.
That'd be so sweet.
Would be.
So that's it. That's what you're going with. Your
I
name
have to.
tattooed on
I'm
your
not going to
forehead.
fucking go with no teeth. I can't even talk then. I can't say teeth.
That's a good point. Your pronunciation is fucked up.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's say if someone had a design of Chump Slap that they wanted to send you to get that tattoo on your forehead, if you ever decide to go there, where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
I'll send that with the picture attachment to plottytime@gmail.com, and I will respond and grade your artistic ability.
Yeah, 100%
He's
response
not nice
rate.
about it.
Very strict.
But he's fair.
Definitely.
He's fair. So let's say they wanted to get to us faster on the socials about, sending us some profiles of some sweet tattoo artists that could specialize in forehead tats. Where could they send those to, Dr. Syintist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, or Imgur.
Image. Ooh, okay. Perfect. And if you want to watch a little pretty waterfall with our logo in front of it while you listen to this, head on over to YouTube. Like and subscribe there. Really helps us out. Like and subscribe everywhere.
Yeah, like, subscribe, comment,
Binge.
get us, tell your friends,
Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Maybe she'll be annoyed.
download it on phones at the iStore. Do what you got to do.
We'd appreciate it. We really would.
Yeah, because we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
That does it for us. So, I don't know. Stay safe. Play some video games. Don't trust Dr. Syintist. And we'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.